channel. Today, we're uncovering the top 20 most jaw-dropping and mysterious moments caught on doorbell cameras. From the eerie to the downright terrifying, these clips will leave you questioning what's lurking outside your front door. All right, let's dive in. On the evening of July 15th, 2022, Robert Tucker was walking home after attending a friend's party. Even though it was still relatively light outside, Robert decided to make the short walk home alone. It was a typical Friday evening, and his house was just 2 blocks away. However, as he strolled along, he soon realized that a car was trailing him at a slow pace from a short distance behind. Robert's parents had always reminded him to be cautious, and as fear crept in, he picked up his pace. When he finally reached his home, the doorbell camera captured the chilling moment. Watch what happens next. As you can see, Robert sprinted to the door as fast as he could, but to his horror, the door was locked. At that moment, panic could have set in, but despite being only 10 years old, Robert showed remarkable composure. Realizing the danger he was in, he quickly gathered stones from the decorative garden and began hurling them at the car. The driver, clearly not expecting such a bold reaction, was forced to back off, giving Robert just enough time to make a break for it. According to reports, Robert dashed through the garden gate, where his older brother was already home, making him safe at last. It's chilling to think about what might have happened if Robert hadn't acted so smartly, or if his brother hadn't been home that evening. Thankfully, this story had a fortunate ending. We don't have much information about this video. This is why you should lock the doors for your pet. This eerie footage hails from Utah, where an unsuspecting homeowner had set up a camera to keep an eye on when his kids returned home late at night. But when he checked the camera the next morning, he discovered something unsettling. It was missing. The camera had mysteriously disappeared. It had been positioned a bit too close to the door, a detail that now seems like a crucial mistake. But who could have anticipated what would happen next? As it turns out, there had been reports of a strange figure wandering the neighborhood at night. Luckily, the individual was caught and the stolen footage was recovered. The lesson here? Always lock up your belongings, including your pets, because you never know who might be lurking outside your door. John from Texas woke up one day to find his gate is wide open. He wondered how it happened, so he checked his camera footage on a video. He saw this. A suspicious man dressed in a clown costume, wielding a knife, spotted the open gate and made his way onto John's property. The eerie figure began pacing around the yard, testing each door one by one. Thankfully, every door was securely locked, unlike the gate he had casually strolled through. Who knows what could have unfolded if the knife-wielding clown had managed to get inside? Despite John handing the chilling footage over to the police, the mysterious man was never found. We can only hope this nightmarish encounter was a one-time event and that it never happens again. The following video contains content that might be disturbing for some viewers. This footage comes from a home security camera in Las Vegas capturing something shocking. The recording shows a suspicious man attempting to break into a house.
I just rang your doorbell because I have a couple questions for you.
It was something around 6 p.m. when a notification appeared on the screen. Simon was at the door. The man rings the doorbell and innocently asked if he can ask a question. Inside the house was a 31-year-old woman. By the way, watch for yourself.
I just rang your doorbell because I have a couple questions for you. Are you sure? I just rang your doorbell because I have a couple questions for you. Are you positive? Are you sure? I just have a couple questions for you. Are you sure? Are you positive? Are you absolutely certain? Sure.
So who are you?
What? Yeah? Are you sure?
Who are you?
Hey, I just had a couple questions. I just wanted to ask you about TV show.
What I'm looking for is for the girl that's in the house to come out here because I'm going to rip her in. Do you have her open the door? I'm going to rip the girl that's on the other side of this door when she lets me in. I want to rip her and kill her because I have a knife and a gun. Yeah, and I'm going to knock on her door again. All right.
Suddenly, the man's demeanor darkened as he started uttering chilling threats, declaring he wanted to assault and kill the woman behind the door. His behavior grew more erratic, his voice rising as he repeatedly asked, "Are you sure?" over and over again. With every knock, tug on the door, and attempt to grab the camera, the tension escalated. "Are you sure?" he kept taunting, making the already terrifying situation more dire. Inside, the woman's fear was mounting as she was trapped with this unhinged man just outside. After several agonizing minutes, 3 to 4, though it must have felt like an eternity, the man suddenly stopped and walked away. Fortunately, the police apprehended him just a few hours later, thanks to the quick identification from the doorbell footage. Though the video caused widespread panic online, it ended without tragedy. But the thought of what could have happened had she innocently opened the door is too horrifying to imagine. This footage was taken in November 2019 in Texas. The video shows a little girl knocking on a house in the middle of the night. When the recording was made, the homeowners were not at home. Let's watch.
No, please. Please help.
The girl in the video appears visibly terrified, but with no one else in sight, it's impossible to say who or what she's running from. She frantically knocks on the door, glancing over her shoulder several times as if something sinister is closing in on her. Then, just as the tension reaches its peak, the recording abruptly cuts off. Shortly after, the video surfaced on social media, and it immediately went viral. As viewers speculated about the girl's fate, theories began to swirl. One of the most compelling claimed that the girl could be June Dinar, a missing person from southern New Tech, who had disappeared 7 months prior. Some believed she had been kidnapped in New Tech and somehow escaped to Texas, where this haunting footage was captured. Though the girl in the video bore a striking resemblance to June, the police never confirmed if it was truly her. And with much of the information surrounding the case kept from the public, the mystery of what happened to the girl in the video remains unsolved. We may never know the truth. Don't skip this video. Make sure to watch until the end for some jaw-dropping surprises in the final clips. On October 27, 2021, between 1 and 2 in the morning, the home camera captured something shocking. The exact location of the recording is unknown, but it is likely somewhere in the US, as it is very common there to have a camera installed by the doorbell, which only records when it detects some movement in front of it. It then automatically sends you a message. Someone is in front of your house. When the house owners look at the recording in the morning, they must have been shocked to see this. The camera begins recording, capturing a bizarre figure as it slowly approaches the doorbell. It pauses for a moment, intently watching the porch of the house before it starts to move. Its fingers, abnormally long and curling in an unsettling manner, create an eerie spectacle. The figure appears devoid of facial features, lacking a nose and mouth, with only wide, staring eyes to convey its presence. The most logical explanation we can muster is that it might be a mask. Many similar ones are available for purchase online. Yet nothing accounts for the size of those fingers or the strange, fluid movements of this being. The lack of information leaves us questioning the authenticity of the video. However, this uncertainty pales in comparison to what we're about to witness in the next video. In 2022, someone posted this disturbing video on Reddit. The video shows a young man who appears to be covered in what looks like a blood. The man repeatedly tries to break down the door of a house. Let's watch.
On his third attempt, he likely hit his head on a door. After the blow to his head, the man lost consciousness, lost his balance, and fell onto the fence behind him.
After a while, the man finally regained consciousness and attempted to get back on his feet. Just as he started to rise, the video abruptly cuts off, leaving viewers in suspense. Once posted on Reddit, the clip sparked a flurry of comments speculating that the man might have been under the influence of alcohol, which could explain his uncoordinated movements and erratic behavior. However, the video was uploaded without any context or commentary, leaving us with more questions than answers about what truly transpired in that moment. This video is from Oklahoma. Luckily, this man had a doorbell camera installed at home. Otherwise, I would never believe what happened to him when he was returning from work.
Ow! Kurt, take me to the hospital! Take me to the hospital! That's safe. And then you got to see. At your mailbox. Right there. No.
I can't comprehend how the man failed to notice the snake, nor can I fathom how the snake ended up there in the first place. And above all, I certainly can't explain why it attacked him so viciously. We desperately need a perspective from the other side. However, based on the information we have, the man was rushed to the hospital in time and is reported to be fine. But what about the snake? Its fate remains a mystery, leaving us with more questions than answers. On September 4th, 2023, around 3 in the morning, a home security camera captured something utterly unexpected. The exact location remains unknown, but it's likely somewhere in the USA. Let's watch. When the homeowners reviewed the footage the next morning, they were left absolutely shocked. The video begins as a woman slowly approaches the doorbell. She leans against the wall for a moment, then starts fumbling with various keys she has in hand. None of the keys fit the lock, and she appears increasingly confused, as if she might be under the influence of something. Her attempts to gain entry continue, but fortunately they remain unsuccessful. The homeowners had no prior knowledge of this woman, and when they viewed the footage in the morning, fear coursed through them. According to the information we have, nothing similar has occurred since that night. The video was recorded on September 14th, 2017 in New Mexico. In this video, we can see a view from a home camera aimed at the driveway to the garage around 3 a.m. Two small creatures suddenly appear on a camera. As you could see, the two strange beings walked on the driveway for a while, but disappeared. At one moment. The two strange beings walked on the driveway for a while, but disappeared at one moment. Does anyone have a logical explanation for this? Let me know. This video is from nowhere else but Ohio. A local weirdo, probably homeless, seems to have mistaken his house, or rather forgotten that he hasn't owned one for a long time. The video was captured in February 2023 at 10:30 in the evening. See for yourself.
Who the fuck are you? What the fuck is wrong with you? Who the fuck are you?
Honestly, I really don't know whose fault it is. As the footage continues, the man enters the house with an unsettling confidence that sends chills down the spine of the homeowners. Their immediate reaction is pure fear. They scream in terror, not knowing what to expect. There's something distinctly strange about the man's face, something that makes it hard to look away. It's an expression that blends curiosity with an eerie intensity, leaving everyone in the room feeling a sense of dread. You know what? Instead of delving too deeply into this unsettling situation, let's just hope it ended without further incident. The following video was recorded. In 2018 in Michigan, Michael Johnson decided to install home cameras in the front of his door after someone stole his package, and also because there is a relatively high crime in Michigan. When the next day after installing the cameras he woke up, he received a mobile notification that the camera had captured, and he saw the notification. He instantly thought it was some animal, but he never imagined what he would actually see on a camera. Let's watch. When Michael caught sight of the terrifying clown, a wave of panic washed over him. Without hesitation, he called the police, desperate for help in the face of such a bizarre sight. When the officers finally arrived at the scene, he quickly shared the video footage that had left him so shaken. To his surprise, the police seemed unfazed by what they saw. They informed Michael that this was far from the first instance of this clown being captured on camera. In fact, they revealed that reports of similar encounters had been flooding, and something unsettling occurred at least once a week, with different individuals across the area experiencing the same chilling phenomenon. The realization sent a shiver down Michael's spine. It seemed that this creepy figure was not just an isolated incident, but part of a much larger, darker mystery that plagued the community. These cameras are very common in the US. They protect your property from burglars, but occasionally they capture something strange. One of their advantages is that you can speak through them. This feature saved the life of a 7-year-old girl named Taylor. This incident happened sometime in early 2020 in Arizona. Little Taylor was riding her tree cycle on her street when she saw a bobcat. Bobcats are quite overpopulated in America and often wander into human settlements. A bobcat, a wild felon, isn't usually too dangerous for an adult, but for little Taylor was only 7. It was extremely dangerous. The bobcat blocks Taylor from returning to her house, so she has to ring her neighbor's doorbell.
Hi, Lauren. I'm on my way home right now. I'll be out soon, okay? No, please come open the door. There's a bobcat. I want to come in. Please.
Okay, tell her we're going to be home in 1 minute.
Is anyone home?
No, we're going to be home in 1 minute. We'll be home in 1 minute, sweetie. Just stay right there.
Okay. I really want to come in because my mom, I don't know where my mom, I think my mom's at home and I saw it.
Unfortunately, the neighbor wasn't home. Nora was Taylor's mother. But when the woman heard the little girl crying, she said she would immediately get in her car and come over. Unfortunately, time is still running for a little Taylor.
I want my mommy. Okay. It's fine. Just stay there, okay? We're literally turning the corner where AJ's is. Okay.
Don't hang up with her. Stay on the phone with her.
Okay. Can you call my mom?
Yes, I will definitely do that. As soon as I get you in my house safe, I will call your mom.
Ryan?
The neighbor finally arrived quickly, and the little girl was safe. Luckily, everything turned out well, but if the neighbor was far from home and couldn't return so quickly, it could have ended much worse for a little Taylor. In 2020, in the middle of the night, a doorbell camera caught a woman who came to the front door and started repeatedly ringing the doorbell. What's particularly strange about this video is that the woman stands with her mouth wide open, almost as if she's frozen in shock. After a few tense seconds of silence, she suddenly turns around and walks away. As she retreats, she lifts her finger to her lips, suggesting she might be in pain or trying to stifle a sound. However, some viewers online have speculated that she could simply be sleepwalking, adding another layer of mystery to the situation. To this day, the true nature of what happened remains unclear. The homeowners have never experienced anything like it again, leaving them with lingering questions about that eerie night. This video is from California, from a small remote residential area called Lamar. This woman is Jessica Carnero, and what she sees soon will greatly affect her. Let's watch. A car passes in front of their house, and from it you could hear a terrifying wailing cry of a helpless woman. Jessica was so frightened that she ran inside and called the police with her husband. The woman's scream was so horrifying that I can't imagine what they must have been doing to her in the car. Just when we were about to give up on this woman, we found this Facebook post from Jessica. If it is true, it significantly changed the situations for both better and worse. She writes that she heard the same sound in a nearby park. It's eligibility a trap where they use a woman's or children's scream for help to lure women who are then kidnapped. Jessica says that if her family hadn't warned her, she would have ended up like that too. Honestly. Now I don't know what to believe, but if it's true, as she says, I hope no one got hurt. As you surely know, these cameras don't turn on by themselves. They need to detect some movement or sound, so the owner of this camera must have been surprised when this recording appeared on his phone in the morning. The video was posted on Reddit with the chilling description: "Ghost dancing in front of my house. When we speed up the footage, the eerie figure becomes even more pronounced, moving in a way that defies explanation." What do you think this could be? Could it simply be a camera glitch? But if that were the case, why did the camera turn on in the first place? While we might try to rationalize this video, one thing is for sure: it's undeniably disturbing. The combination of the unknown and the unsettling movement raises more questions than answers, leaving viewers both fascinated and fearful. This video was recorded in the morning in North California. The man and his wife were getting ready to go shopping. Nothing unusual happens at first glances, but watch what happens when the woman approaches the car.
Morning. I need to wash my car. Watch out! It's a bobcat attacked my wife! A bobcat!
Did you remember little Taylor in the previous video when she was afraid of a bobcat? In this video, a frightened bobcat is hiding between the cars. You can hear the bobcat start growling at the woman and then charge at her. She starts screaming, but fortunately, her husband runs to help her and grabs the bobcat, throwing it away. The bruised bobcat then runs off. Besides a few scratches and bites, no one was seriously injured, but I'm sure this incident will affect the woman for a while. On December 2023, Ramar in the house captured something frightening. The camera was pointing at the crib where this child was sleeping. In the middle of the night, the camera suddenly recorded movement and captured this. The recording continues for several minutes, during which the child appears to be squirming and scratching excessively, as if something is tormenting them. After about 3 minutes, the camera suddenly stops recording, leaving viewers in suspense. When the child's mother reviewed the footage, her heart raced with fear and confusion. She couldn't fathom what could have transpired that night. It was evident that the child couldn't have made those movements on their own. Something must have been pulling at their leg. The unsettling nature of the footage raises chilling questions about what truly happened. If you have any theories that might shed light on this mystery, be sure to share them in the comments before we move on to the next video. Today's final video will definitely not disappoint you. On August 15th in Ohio, this video was recorded on a home camera aimed at the backyard. When the homeowners were not at home, the camera captured this footage of an unusual visitor. Let's watch. An unknown creature can be heard repeatedly begging to be let inside. As the recording plays, the shadow of this mysterious being flickers in the bottom right corner, casting an eerie presence over the scene. Its desperate pleas resonate with an unsettling urgency, heightening the tension. To this day, no one has been able to identify who or what it could have been, leaving viewers both intrigued and unnerved by this chilling encounter. The mystery surrounding the creature continues to linger, sparking endless speculation and fear. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. Your support really motivates me to create more video. Thanks again.